The new equation, I think, is less stuff and less space equals smaller footprint, more money, and more happiness.
This is intense. Someone lived here?
Yeah, a woman lived in it for 40 years. This is the kitchen and the bathroom. This was the original apartment. We did a contest. We've got over 300 entries from all over the world redesigning that space. Here we go. I think that if you can knock all the walls, you get the most sense of space and freedom, and then you use really smart multifunctional furniture to transform the space. This is the bed right here that will come out from bedroom to living to working. Here's the moving wall in the out position. In the in position, it'll slide back here, straight into here. It's done. Apartment is done. So I can live in it now. The main room transforms, and so sometimes it's really open, sometimes it's with the office, which is inside the moving wall, open. Sometimes it's the wide open space with the bed pulled down. It's like a master bedroom. You simply pull down 2 fingers, and it has this really cool weighted shelf, so you can literally have candles on top. That becomes the support. I'm very lazy, and I figured out how to make my bed way faster than normal. Let's pretend I'm sleeping. Okay. So you get up. You have these 2 pillows here, so we quickly strap these in. It ends up actually being a nice ritual. You know, every morning you sort of just do that. It takes a minute. Double it over like this. Strap here. You're ready for your day to start, and the bed's gone. The office is just right here. I work at home, often run virtual companies, and I'm lazy again. And you can keep all this stuff in here, just pull it out, and you're good to go.
You're now on your second room. This is a room now.
Right, so now I have a nice, large office. You know, lots of space, very comfortable. I have an adjustable seat. So really simple, and then when you want to put it away, just throw these in here, put this away. Talk about airing my dirty laundry. So the beauty of this is you can be a total mess on the inside. I don't even know what I'm going to put in these places. There is just a ton of storage here. And then if guests are coming over, guests come, you pull the moving wall out, pull this out. You need to get the right size rug. So that creates a whole other room here. And so here we built, so there's a bunch of storage on this side of the moving wall, a couple drawers and drawers down here. And this is a folding desk. So for a guest, it's a little laptop sort of. And
so 2 offices.
Yeah. And then in here, this is the sports locker. Definitely lots of storage is important. So this place has a ton of storage. We've basically gone wall to wall, floor to ceiling. And so this is even in the guest room, we have a bunch of storage up there, storage there, storage there, storage there, storage there. And then so we're in the guest bedroom. It's called the Lollipop. Really comfortable. And then I don't usually do that from here, but these curtains come out and they magnet. There's a piece of steel that magnets to the end of the wall, so it gives a little visual and acoustic privacy. And you can actually hear the tone changes just when you cover it.
Now you have a 2-bedroom apartment.
2-bedroom apartment, yeah. So the bathroom's over here. You're in the kitchen. And so You can sleep 1 or 2 in here, and then 1 or 2 in here. So conceivably 4 comfortably in a 400 square foot apartment.
Have a nice nap.
What's that?
Have a great nap. You don't hear me. I had to actually yell. Do you think that this is something that anybody could have? It's probably cost quite a bit.
Yeah, it was expensive, but it's a prototype. We were trying a lot of new things, and so yeah, it was definitely expensive, but we believe that we can do this at scale at a reasonable cost.
Is there any fear of getting closed by the door?
Well, you could.
Oh.
You could get hit by a normal door as well. The Star Wars.
Yeah.
So now we're back to the living room. So then, for having guests over, we built the kitchen around this table. So this comes out like this, and then you just pull. It'll obviously going to cost more than your standard apartment on a per square foot basis. Yeah, I mean, this takes a couple of minutes to do, for sure. It's also, when you're preparing for a dinner for 10, any normal dinner for 10, you're doing a bunch of preparation, putting on. But the point is, you're buying a 400 square foot apartment, but it's got the functionality of 500, 600, 700 square feet. So you're basically getting stuff for free. This is a full dining room now. So sit down for 10, still lots of space. Bathroom's right there. And we made it so that it's a small space, so the bathroom, you don't want it to be awkward for people. If you're having people right here and you want to take a pee, we have a nice double door system. It has decent acoustics, and then a full another. So the toilet room is in here, and we designed it with a fold down seat. So if someone's taking a nap or you want to have a private phone call in general, you can do this like a phone booth. So you can sit in here and make a phone call, and you know, it's a beautiful little room, all in wood and this recycled stone. It ends up being a nice little cabinet to sit inside. And the main idea is get double, triple, quadruple use out of every space. You can meditate or get away or have a phone call all in here. And it's just hides a nice little toilet. And then in here, so we separated the two, so this way someone can be using the john while someone's having the shower. And so that's just basic, traffic control. We were concerned about, well, how small can a shower be? We were concerned that it might not be big enough, but with this glass, it just feels open and plenty spacious. And we took advantage of the bottom window. We're like, well, let's make it a seat, and so now you can have a nice shower and sit in it, and we're gonna have a nice door. So yeah, so it ended up being a cute little bathroom that is, it's not very big, but it certainly does the trick.
That's your closet?
Yep. Yeah, so I have a fairly simple, I definitely don't need more than that. Actually, I need to do some editing there. So this is like my winter jacket, I just need one. This is quite cool, actually. It's got this really good hood thing, so you don't even really need a hat. You don't even really need gloves, just throw your fingers, for most of the time. And I love merino wool stuff. It's not itchy, it's antibacterial. And so I've really standardized for like socks and underwear and definitely like shirts. And so what's great about this stuff is it basically is antibacterial, so it doesn't smell. And so, not that I would do this, but one could wear shirts and socks and underwear for days, literally. So, which is cool. You end up doing half the laundry, and
need less stuff.
Yeah, you need less stuff, and that's down to shoes and kitchenware. I can. So this is a bowl and colander and strainer and mixing bowl and all your teaspoons and tablespoons and things like all the things that you need all compact into one. Yeah, obviously we're quite obsessive, but so here's a whisk. So it's, takes up less space than a whisk and easy to clean. What are the 3 knives you really need? These 2 and maybe a paring knife, and you're pretty much good to go. You don't actually need 18 knives. We're experimenting, like done you could probably design a spork that actually works well but is elegant enough, and then all of a sudden you you have the number of utensils, like spoons and forks. We also, and we don't have this yet, but you know, what about a great knife that is sharp enough to cut through meat, but also rounded enough so that you can spread butter. So all of a sudden that combined with a spork, and that's it. So it's like half of your normal cutlery. You know, this, if you have the right size, this actually works well both for soup and for salad and for entrees. Instead of having like 3 different plates, you have one. So obviously we're obsessive, and this is a bit of a laboratory, and that'll work for some people, it won't work for others, but I don't think people actually, when it comes down to it, care that much. And of course, you know, stuff that stacks and nests, and often people will have a 5 or 6 burner stove and they rarely use 3. And so, you know, we went with 3. So we have 3 in here. They're induction burners. They just plug in. So you just pull it out, plug it in, you're good to go. And they're really good. They cook really well. So we're happy about that. And then this takes 2 gallons to wash. I guess normal dishwashers are like 6. Really energy efficient, and you get to be lazy.
And it's a top loader.
Yeah, and it's top loader. You don't have to pull it down and pull everything out. You just sort of put the stuff in. And then, you know, recycling and garbage and every little space, you know, these little stupid things. And then we have a freezer and fridge. They do this in boats, right? Notice it's basically full of booze. Cooled air sinks, right? And so it makes sense to be, like, top loading is certainly good on energy. This one uses some, I can't remember, but some ridiculously low amount of energy compared. Although I'm not super happy with it, to be honest. I think it was quite expensive, and there's some simpler side loaders that I'd probably end up getting. And then inside here we have an electronic composter. It basically rotates. You add a little sawdust initially. It has an air filter, and so it doesn't smell. So it's really quite smart. And then this is a combination microwave convection oven. And so you can cook a turkey, but still very space efficient. And this is this is for machinery, so we have some plugs back there. So if you have blenders and that sort of stuff, you can have them and get access to them easily with this pull-out shelf. This is all metal. Part of it is having a beautiful apartment, but also it's very, very, very clean and good for you. And then the entrance, so the idea here is that it's a shoeless apartment, so very common in Asia, but not very common here, and actually fairly hard to get to happen. You need to have like a sign. I didn't even notice, I didn't say anything. I often break it myself, but these are shoe cubbies. People can come in and take off their shoes. And then this, there are also some more cubbies in there, and this is the sort of coat closet. And then the lights, dimmable LEDs. And this is a prototype. So it's a simple reading light. It's actually hooked into solar. So we have 3 panels about that big, just outside. Hooked it through to these 2 batteries. And so I have things like a really simple USB light. And then this is how I charge my phone. So I'm able to be off the grid. So we have a heat recovery ventilator. This is the vent, so we made the vent sort of look like the lights, but so there's a nice air coming out here. And basically it pulls in and filters the air. When it expels the air, it holds on to 80 or 90% of the heat or the cool. And then just a really simple fan. It's nice in general to be able to avoid AC if you can, but it's New York City, it gets quite hot. So we built in a small window unit here. We made an insulating panel because you lose a bunch of energy in the winter. And if you're going to have 10 people in here, you need some AC. Each person is basically like a 100-watt heater. So you get 10 people, you got a 1,000-watt heater going.
Now you're sure that this is preheated? It's not making any sounds and it doesn't feel hot?
Yeah.
I'll just check on it often. It's a convection oven, which I've actually never used before. It has a spinning little center tray, and it actually like circulates hot air.
Camera ready. See, you can be totally messy on the inside and no one knows.
I did.
Yeah.
Let's look together.
Show you how the apartment works. The main idea is this main space transforms into 5 or so different spaces. This is the office over here, and show you the master bed. This is when you have guests over. This wall is pulled up. So this comes out. If you guys will come around the corner. There's a bunch of storage for the guests here, a couple drawers down here, stand-up desk here for very tall guests.
It's like you're on a ship.
Set curtain and come that magnet to the end of the wall. And then there's another one over there. And so like my brother stayed last night, so he slept here and I slept there. And it's hard to calculate. Like if you add up all the rooms here, we have like 1,000 or 11, I think it's 1,100 square feet of functionality, right? Master bedroom, living room, office, spare bedroom, dining room. When you add it, so it's 1,100.
And what is this made of? Is this just wood or?
This is where the 2 metal strips, so for the magnets.
Okay.
Now obviously you can't be in the same space and you have to transform it. But the main point is you are clearly getting a lot more functionality in the same square footage.
Oh, that's the same wall. It's deceiving when the walls move. You don't know what's happening. It's like being in a 10-bedroom house, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, we're just in one room.
When you get sober, like now. In New York, 200 square feet extra is going to cost you $200,000 to $300,000. It's really important for you to have sit-down dinners for 10. Also, you realize you can do it 400 instead of 600. It's real money. And a smaller space, there's just less air to heat and light and cool and fill with stuff. It's just that simple.
What did this look like before you did all this?
A family lived in here for like 40 years. No shower, or no bathtub. I don't want to tell people like how they can be happier. I believe that a simpler life is going to make you happier.
There's like a little trash can on the sink.
I think we live in very overwhelming times. The amount of people we know, the amount of things we do, the amount of social media, the amount of stuff that we own. There's just a lot going on.
I feel like if you press any of the walls, something's going to happen, but maybe never.
So I think that if you can simplify focus on less but better across your life, that is going to be a calming thing.
I think that people prefer to be in a smaller, intimate space than in a big space where they feel empty. So
Yeah. People congregate like in a little corner anyway.
Yeah.
Matthew, and this is the lovely Alice.
Hey, nice to meet you.
The whole point of the project really is we've gone from 1,000 square feet average home size in the 50s to 2,300, 2,500 now. It's just not working for us. I think this is a happy way to live. A 400 square foot apartment. We have one main space that transforms into 5. And I can have a great bedroom. I can have guests over. I can have a sit-down dinner for 10 people. I can work at home. I'm not sacrificing here. I think there's just something about simplicity and just having less but better stuff that just keeps your life, gives you more time. And you know, life's about time and connecting and experience and people, and it's not about stuff. And so if you can simplify and just have less stuff to deal with, I think that's going to give you more time, and I think more time is good.